Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the UTSA Roadrunners and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. Offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Longhorns offense will have the football first. And here comes Arch Manning. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's Arch to throw. Complete, left side, Coleman. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know, receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense,
a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a grab in the end zone for 6.
you know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So UTSA's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. How will they be able to deal with this lockdown corner on the outside who believes he can take away half the field? This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Could not make his way to the corner.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's McCown. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Already Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football.
Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
UTSA taking over and the offense heads out to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Using his legs, it's Henderson. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Back to pass, it's McCown. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas! No step back at week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lets it fly. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Bringing it back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20.
Over. Here we go. Ready. Slot. Ready, go.
Arch Madness. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Breaks into the open. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. What a first quarter for this offense. A chance to score again on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Manning. Gets it to the back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the...
Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Checking in from the UTSA sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Running inside, it's Henderson. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And the Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Manning unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Wingo. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air, it's Manning. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Arch is going to throw for it. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Floats it out in space. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Spot down, ready. Wide, 53, wide, ready, go.
Art's going to spin it again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Manning from the gun on third down. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the UTSA sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Makes the grab. It's Campbell. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's McCown. It's complete. The ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And turnovers are so pivotal to winning a football game. Last week, man, he put on the deck as well, and they lost by a possession. This week, he fumbled again. Man, you've got to take care of the football. That's always priority number 1 for every single offense.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing Manning. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense. Here's Brown. He's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Longhorns! Third touchdown of the game. A third of his season total. He now has 9 on the year.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the UTSA sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air. It's McCown. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
Yeah, and you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And it's the Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
It's complete to the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, they have a massive lead, only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Caught on the left side by Wilson. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Henderson. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
It'll be 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. Looking to pass. It's McCown. Oh, they're after him. He's got an open man. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Roadrunners line up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's got great speed. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Texas sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So now it's 2nd and long. To throw, Manning, under fire. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Plucks it out of the air. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback making checks. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Going for it all. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Texas!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee in this drive. The 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Running inside. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the 2nd time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Mustangs getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season.
The Longhorns will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Guys, catching up with Coach Traylor at the half. The biggest concern he has right now is their offense. They do have an opportunity to take the field and start the 3rd quarter. He said, we have got to gain momentum. This home team and home crowd is making it difficult, but he said, I believe in our guys. We talked at the half, we've made some adjustments, and we'll see if they're able to come out and get back on track to start the 3rd. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Caught in the backfield. It's Madison. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Roadrunners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. He's got his man. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And it's the Roadrunners are moving quickly down the field. This time they'll go to the running game. There's a little room there. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Roadrunners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He'll do it himself. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Brown again. Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Across the 25, he's got room. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Going to take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Here's Arch to throw. Unloads it left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses at it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. An 84-yard drive there, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline at Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the UTSA sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive.
Makes the grab in their space. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw it again. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensive.
Turning it on. Crosses midfield. The 30. Past the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Longhorn. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He almost kicked that thing out of bounds, but no penalty into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Fires one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Roadrunners will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He's got it. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Texas. Stealing a score on special teams.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying the left side. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Always great to build momentum with an early season victory. Let's take a look at what's in store coming up next week. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Keeps it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Finds the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And it's the Roadrunners who will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Texas! Special teams proving to be special. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. So much for putting your heels on the 10 and not going backwards. He didn't want to just let that go. He grabbed it and took it to the house.
And when you got that kind of ability, I will give you the green light. Absolutely. You just catch it and you just go. He does the rest. 10-yard line, 5-yard line, 1-yard line. When you do that, it's all great.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Oh, it's a fumble. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up, you create momentum.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Arch Madness. With the catch, it's Wingo. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The Roadrunners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. give to the running back. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Now facing a 3rd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that 1st down marker. 4th down coming up. And the Roadrunners send out the punt unit. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Manning. Got his man downfield. He's loose down the middle. The 20. He's at the... And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's West. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.